Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Bloodborne. So I did take some time between parts to look over all my loadouts and check and see what I can do. All those gems we got from the mosquito ladies were useless. They're all blood tinge scaling and we have no blood tinge. We have like really bad blood tinge, so useless for us. But one of the tempering gems that we got from Yahargul was an upgrade, so that's good. We put it in our Nitrous. Anyway, let's go back to Canehurst. So we're just gonna run past all the bugs. We already killed them twice. And they won't follow us in. Isn't this place pretty? How pretty it is. It's a little messy. Candles and such. And there's ghosts, but Reiter's Block, Reiter Palash, which is a rapier, a thrusting sword, I think. It's not something we have the stats for. There's the ghosts. Oh, they die easy. Oh, very nice. They die so easy. Let's look at that. Yeah, it's a blood tinge. Skill blood tinge. It's a elegant knight sword with a peculiar firearm. Oh well. Not something I have experience with. I think the idea here is that the people of this castle were completely, like, overwhelmed. This entire place was sacked, just wrecked by the people like Alfred. By the church knights. And now only their ghosts remain. They linger. Oops. This damage is pretty sweet. They must be weak to magic or something. Or probably, no, they're ethereal, so they're resistant to physical. Chunk is here? She died down there, right? Yeah. Wondrous bloodstone. Could this be your earliest chunk? That could be. There's one in the forest and there's one here. Either one of those two will be your first one you get. If you're clearing it. They're all sad. Noble dress. Is that a tiny version of the statues? It is. Oh, these die hard easily too. Oops. Don't fall off. I didn't drop anything anyway. You can rarely drop chunks. Precious, precious chunks. I'm thinking we're gonna want to level at least 4 weapons, potentially more. Because we're definitely gonna do Tonitrus, we're definitely gonna do Saw Spear. I'm planning on Holy Moonlight Sword, and I'm curious about the wheel. I've heard good things. So. And then of course there's DLC stuff. Like I would love to have I'd probably use Church Pick ahead of the Saw Spear. Maybe. That's the Writer of Posh. He's using it there. Or he's just a random right here, maybe. No drops. Executioner set. That's what Alfred wears. It's a good set. Let's buy in on this. It's really resistant to many things. You don't have the hat yet. The hat is less than good. So that dude right there, far right of the screen, he has a ability where he'll mark you. He'll shoot you with a dart that marks you, and then all the ghosts just charge you. They frenzy. Vile Blood Register, that's some sort of PvP thing. Shortcut back to the front. Got it. We're frenzied. like how you can see your breath. I wonder if that's supposed to be because it's cold or whether it's because it's ghosts. Evelyn. Probably the best regular pistol you're gonna use. But I don't have the stats for it. Not bad. Okay, well. Stop shooting me. Oh, this is not good damage. I just tried to buff my weapon. And again. Chunk. Woeful use of terrain. Yeah, you can fall right there. I hear little feet. I like how your hand is still firing. I wonder why that is. It must still count your gems, and I have plus fire on one of mine. Yeah, we're not going to go that way yet. We're going to go in here. And I am going to use the nitrous, even though it's close to breaking. For this room. That's enough. Now we'll switch back. Oh no, there's one more. Okay, it's the girls without the heads that hold their heads in their hand, lift them up, and scream. Those can just wreck you so hard. Because I think they can, like, they do a stun or something. I don't know what it is. They wreck you hard. Executioner's glove. Not a good place to show it off, but certainly want to get every spell I can. Ooh, is she one that holds her head? No, she's not. Uh-oh! It's like if you stay near her, then she'll kill you. She'll she can't actually do damage to yourself, but she'll frenzy everyone around you and she'll stun you or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to maybe upgrade this room. Night set. I like the look of the night set. That's it here, right? I think so. Still no drops, no chunks from them. Too bad. I think there's still like 3 more upstairs. Warm blood gemstone, which I think is blood scaling. So terrible. Maybe I'm wrong. Might be just plus or blood tune scaling. Scaling. 2 chunks. It might be just plus blood damage, or plus % blood damage. Red eye. Knight's wig. shiny. Maybe it's a chunk. Twin blood. Well, we need twin blood too. Also. Okay, so up there is the boss, but I don't want to fight the boss with our weapon almost breaking, so we'll bone him. Nah, this set has so little defense against everything that's not blood. We could get this up to, yeah, okay, let's get this up to 9. Needs a rock for the next step, and there's 2 rocks in the game. One right before Wet Nurse, and one in the DLC right before, I forget the name of the boss. There's also a rock in the Chalice dungeons, and many in the fixed Chalice dungeons, and the potential for many rocks in the randomized Chalice dungeons. Yeah, blood tinge scaling, which we don't have anywhere near as good enough to make it worth it. Yeah, we have 5 blood tinge. No, that's not gonna work. This is a boss, so let's go ahead and, well, no, this is fine. This is fine.
Well, what is... Very well, let me...
30,000 is the number. I bet we got it. There we go.
Welcome, what is... Very well, let...
I didn't know those were so expensive. I thought they were like 100. Well, never mind. We certainly shouldn't have been wasting those on just those guys. How are we doing on the vials? Only 41 in storage. Yeah, we're not really accumulating them much. We can just go up the elevator now. So this is probably the most difficult boss I've attempted so far. Love that. They sound so distressed. Let's kill these guys, see if they have rocks. Or not rocks, chunks. Well, let's see how this goes. Hit and run is effective. Appraisal's 10,000. That's a fine note. Tactic. Ow. Stop it. Stop hiding in the corner. Oh. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. goodness! It didn't even hit him. Come on. There we go. Who would have guessed that the first boss we were able to one-shot? Oh, no. When we were born, we one-shot too. But of all the bosses, Logarius. Light the lamp. Crown of Illusions. One of the precious secrets of Canehurst. The old king's crown is said to reveal illusions and expose a mirage that hides a secret. And so Logarius donned the crown of his own volition, determined to prevent a single soul from stumbling upon the vile secret. What visions did he see, sitting serenely upon his new throne? Crown. Ooh, the moon's not blood red here. Yeah, still have a pale moon. Back in Yharnam, it's always red, blood red. Oath is effective. Treat Queen with care.
Visitor, I claim no subjects, but here lieth our throne. Kneel afore us, or get thee gone.
Incredibly well hidden lamp.
Visitor, moon-scented hunter.
That crown would surely fall off.
I am Annalise, Queen of Castle Canehurst. Ruler of the Vile Bloods, and sworn enemy of the Church. Yet our people are murdered, and we are prisoner to this wretched mask. What is it thou art in search of? Well, well. An odd hunter thou art indeed. We've tired of these piteous nights. Share in our plight, and take oath against the Church. If thou wouldst this path walk, I prithee, partake of my rotted blood. Very well. Drink deep of our blood. Feel the spreading corruption burn. Now, thou art too a vile blood. We two, the very last on this earth.
Corruption rune, Carol rune, and the Canehurst badge. Don't have any blood dregs, that's a PvP thing.
We await thy return, for the honor of Canehurst.
Okay. Unopened summons. Like the first of its kind, it is an invitation to Canehurst, but for whom it is not known, as it lacks an addressee. And of course it's for our good friend Alfred, the guy who gave us those fire paper that let us beat Bloodstarved Beast. Alright, Grand Cathedral's messed up until we get the crow out of there. We'll start in Cathedral Ward. See how the ladies are doing?
Once the night of the hunt.
So, not well? Wait a minute. Nope.
Ah. Welcome home, dear. What's wrong? Oh, but this...
2 sedatives this time. Eventually she'll give us all the sedatives she has, and then she'll go mad.
But I...
Alright. So, how do we get there? I think... Remember when these guys used to be scary? Shaman Bone Blade? Really? From you?
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest. Aha! Is that the sigil of Canehurst? I've heard tell of Canehurst nobles and their amusingly pompous invitations. Wonderful. I thank you profusely. I will depart immediately, but first, a token of my gratitude.
Wheel Hunter Badge.
Ah, I feel my master's hand at work. Praise the good blood. And
Oh. And let us cleanse these tarnished streets.
it has been an honor, but I must say goodbye. Let us cleanse these tarnished streets, and may the good blood guide your way.
You know, I never realized it, but you can actually see the windmills from here. Of course, they're far down in the forest. That's cool, though. Let's go up and get the lamp. I think there's a lamp right close by. So last time we came here, we went down. We're gonna go up instead. Love it. Thick Cold Blood 6. Yeah, we could have come here right after Bloodstarved Beast, and that would have been a good soul, you know, a good consumable blood. But because we waited so long, it's just kind of disappointing. There is a badge up here, and people do come up here if they want to use Ludwig's Holy Blade. But I don't like that weapon. And for the Radiant Sword Hunter badge, yeah, it unlocks church gear, like Ludwig's Holy Blade. And the main complaint I have about it is that it's got a really bad transform attack. So you're always just whacking away in one-handed mode, or in two-handed mode, but you're never switching back and forth. And that's part of why I like Tonitrus, because you're always buffing it. Or even the Saw Spear, because you're like transform. But no, with the Holy Blade, that just doesn't work very well. Can't one-shot him. There are babies here. There's a clock face. So, here's my complaint about the game. It is very obvious. It is very obvious to me that the DLC, the second half of the DLC, was intended to be set in this building. But instead, they decided they were only going to do one DLC, and they kind of got smushed together, so that you enter both of them from the Hunter's Dream, from the Hunter's Nightmare. But whatevs. I'm glad they didn't just cancel the second bit. There's quite a lot of little messengers in here now with all the different badges we've gotten. So the cost of the blood vials went up again because we killed a boss. I think they were like what, 675 last time. Now they're 720. I think we could already buy bone marrow ash, but I'm not convinced. Ludwig's Holy Blade. It's quality. It scales really well with arcane, but it's not serrated. It's righteous, so it's good against some enemies. But I'm not a fan. Chikage is a great weapon. It's skill blood tinge. In one form, it's all skill scaling. In the other form, it's all blood tinge scaling. So it's completely the opposite of our build because we're kind of strength arcane. But it's a really fun weapon. And Logarius is wheel, which is pure strength, but has arcane scaling also. And unfortunately, if you look at it, it's the base model of it is radial waning, and you don't get many good waning arcane gems. See, this has 125. So you can't convert all of its damage to arcane. You have to augment the existing arcane damage. And it's got a hidden mechanic where, while it looks like 125 there, when you convert it over to its other form, it switches, well, it stays 125, but the scaling switches. The scaling of physical damage drops by half, or by some factor, and the scaling of arcane damage increases by 4 times over. So, if you're heavy arcane, it's ridiculously good. But not this version of it. We need a version of it that's got triangles, which we won't find until we get into the Chalice dungeons. I don't know if you need to own the wheel in order to get the other variants of it, but we're not gonna play with that today. Ludwig's white rifle, a rifle employed by Ludwig, first hunter of the church. Its long, heavy barrel makes up in range for what it lacks in reload speed. We've unlocked Tomb Prospector. I don't remember where that came from. And there's the hat for the Executioner's set, the gold Ardeo. Now the Canehurst set is pretty cool looking, I have to admit. It's a heavy blood defense, kind of like the Knight set, but not my deal right now. What about up here? We unlocked Numbing Mist and Guardian Chunks. Nah, that's it. Okay, let's just finish up with finish up Alfred's thing.
Master, look! I've done it! I've done it! I've smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp. There, you filthy monstrosity! What good's your immortality now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state. All mangled and twisted, with every inside on the outside for all the world to see.
Look at that wheel. It's all covered in blood.
You, is it? Look at this. Thanks to you, I've done it. Well, isn't it wonderful? Now Master can be canonized as a true martyr. I've done it. I have.
Roar.
I've done it.
Queenly flesh. What remains of Annalise, Blood Queen of Canehurst? This pinkish lump of flesh remains warm, as if cursed. All hail the undying Queen of Blood.
I've done.
One more stop. Because now that Alfred has accomplished his intent, accomplished his goal in life, he goes back here. my vials. Does he not come here? Oh, okay, no, he doesn't come here. He goes back to where you first met him. Oh, okay. So we first met him on the way to Old Yarnum. Right in here. Is this where it goes? Yeah. So he just comes here and kills himself in front of the statue of Martyr Logarius. Get the Radiance Glyph. What will be the fastest way to a lamp? Probably to go down. Sure. All right. So let's go look at the two glyphs. Once we kill the guy in the Grand Cathedral, we'll get the third one, the fourth one. But I'm not feeling up to it yet. So we're using Impurity, which is the co-op faction, but it's kind of gross. This increases the HP from using vials. This gives you healing when you're near death, which is terrible. We'll go with Radiance.
Well, what is... Very well,
Think I can make 31? 31. 31.7. One more of those.
Welcome. What? Very well.
Souls are getting pricey. Levels are getting pricey. Okay, so this would... We haven't gotten, we're not getting... We will when we have the buff up, but... Oh well, sure. More arcane. I do want to start raising vitality more. But maybe we'll wait till this gets to 40? I don't know.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Oh, we are well over time. Okay, I better stop here. So thank you, everyone, for watching. My name is Michael Young, and this is Bloodborne.